The decisions you believe originate solely within your conscious mind are profoundly influenced, perhaps even dictated, by an entirely separate intelligence residing in your abdomen. This isn't merely a metaphor about intuition, it is the fundamental neuroscientific reality that your gut, equipped with its own vast network of neurons, actively shapes your thoughts, your mood, and every critical choice you make. This internal dialogue is happening constantly, often below the threshold of your conscious awareness, yet its whispers are powerful enough to steer the entire trajectory of your life. Today, we will dissect the enteric nervous system, your true second brain, and reveal the intricate bidirectional communication network known as the gut-brain axis, finally demystifying how this hidden neurological powerhouse operates and what it truly means for your personal autonomy. Deep within your abdominal cavity, lining the entire length of your digestive tract, lies an astonishingly complex system, the enteric nervous system, or ENS. It boasts over 100 million neurons, more than the entire spinal cord, in fact, operating with remarkable independence. This isn't just a simple relay station, it's a sophisticated neural network capable of sensing, processing, and responding to stimuli without direct input from the central nervous system. Think of it as a highly specialized, autonomous computer operating right alongside the main processing unit in your skull. This independence allows it to manage the incredibly intricate process of digestion, from motility to enzyme secretion, but its influence extends far, far beyond mere nutrient absorption. Crucially, the ENS is a major factory for neurotransmitters. For instance, an astounding 90% of the body's serotonin, a chemical profoundly linked to mood regulation, sleep, and even memory, is produced and housed in the gut. This isn't the serotonin that directly crosses the blood-brain barrier and acts on your cerebral cortex, but it's a critical peripheral reservoir and signaling molecule that profoundly impacts the overall physiological environment, influencing your brain. This independent neural network communicates with your brain through a superhighway of nerves, most prominently the vagus nerve, which acts as a two-way information conduit, constantly relaying sensory data from your gut to your brain and vice versa. Research by Gershon in 2007 extensively detailed the autonomous capabilities and neurotransmitter production of the enteric nervous system, establishing its critical role beyond simple digestion. Beyond direct neural pathways, the ENS also engages in a sophisticated hormonal conversation, releasing peptides and other signaling molecules into your bloodstream that travel directly to the brain, influencing everything from appetite to emotional states. It also interacts intensely with your immune system, another major player in the gut, sending inflammatory or calming signals that can directly impact brain function and even predispose you to certain moods. The revelation here is profound. Your gut isn't passively waiting for instructions, it's an active participant, often an initiator, in shaping your internal emotional landscape and even your cognitive readiness long before your conscious mind registers a specific thought or feeling. This complex biological mechanism doesn't just hum quietly in the background, it shouts its influence into the very core of your daily decision-making. Have you ever felt an inexplicable reluctance about a business deal that looked perfect on paper, or a sudden, strong pull towards a stranger you just met, defying all logical assessment? That, often, is your second brain at work. Consider the person who walks into a high-stakes negotiation. Their analytical mind is processing data, assessing risks, formulating arguments, but simultaneously, their gut is sending signals about the perceived trustworthiness of the other party, about the internal comfort level with the proposed terms, or even a subtle physiological stress response to the environment. These unconscious gut feelings can subtly bias the interpretation of facts, nudge emotional reactions, and ultimately sway the final decision. Think about a situation where someone chose to invest in a seemingly unconventional startup, going against the advice of all their financial advisors simply because they had a good feeling. Months later, that startup explodes into a multi-million-dollar success. Conversely, imagine someone who pulled out of a promising venture at the last minute due to an overwhelming sense of dread, only to later discover hidden flaws that would have led to disaster. These aren't mystical premonitions, they are the output of a sophisticated neural and chemical processing unit in your gut, integrating countless environmental and internal signals faster than your conscious brain can articulate them. Your gut doesn't just process food, it processes fear, trust, and attraction. A pivotal study by Tillich and colleagues in 2013 demonstrated how specific probiotic interventions could alter brain activity in regions associated with emotion and sensation, providing tangible evidence of the gut's influence on emotional processing and subsequent behavior. What does this mean for your choices? It suggests that your intuition, those gut instincts you often dismiss as irrational, are in fact a distillation of complex physiological data being sent directly to your brain, actively shaping your cognitive biases and influencing critical decision-making processes. It means a significant portion of what you perceive as your independent will is, in fact, an intricate negotiation between your two brains. Understanding this intricate interplay offers powerful levers for practical application in your daily life. The first specific strategy is to actively diversify your gut microbiome. The situation, your daily eating habits, and the foods you choose. The method, make a conscious effort to incorporate a wide variety of fiber-rich plant foods, aiming for 30 different plant types each week, including fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Also, regularly consume fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, or yogurt, which introduce beneficial bacteria directly. The expected outcome: by fostering a rich and diverse microbial ecosystem, you enhance the production of beneficial neurotransmitters and short-chain fatty acids that improve gut-brain communication, leading to a more stable mood, reduced anxiety, and potentially sharper, more reliable gut instincts. The second application involves cultivating a practice of mindful gut listening. The situation: anytime you are facing a significant decision, feeling inexplicable unease, or grappling with a strong craving. The method: instead of immediately jumping to rational thought or succumbing to an impulse, pause, take a few deep breaths, and direct your attention to your abdominal area. Notice any physical sensations: a tightness, a fluttering, a calm expansiveness, a subtle pull or repulsion. Don't judge it, simply observe it as a source of information. Ask yourself, what is my gut telling me right now? The expected outcome: this practice helps you differentiate between true physiological signals and mere anxieties or learned responses. Over time, you'll develop a more nuanced understanding of your own bodily wisdom, allowing you to integrate these often subtle signals into your conscious decision-making process, leading to choices that feel more aligned and authentic. The third practical: manage chronic stress through vagal nerve toning. The situation: periods of high stress, feelings of overwhelm, or when your digestive system feels persistently agitated. The method: engage in activities known to stimulate the vagus nerve. This includes deep, diaphragmatic breathing exercises, focusing on long exhales. Try humming or singing for a few minutes each day, as the vibrations in your throat directly stimulate the nerve. Cold exposure: even a short cold shower or splashing cold water on your face can also activate the vagus nerve. The expected outcome: by regularly toning your vagus nerve, you enhance its ability to transmit calming signals from your brain to your gut, and from your gut to your brain. This can reduce systemic inflammation, improve gut motility, mitigate stress-induced digestive issues, and foster a greater sense of calm and mental clarity, allowing your two brains to communicate more harmoniously. This understanding profoundly redefines who you perceive yourself to be. You are not just a mind in a skull, a disembodied intellect making purely rational choices. You are an integrated, complex organism where a vast, intricate neural network in your gut contributes profoundly to your identity, your emotions, and your very sense of self. Your intuition transforms from a mystical concept into a physiological reality, a sophisticated data readout from your internal biome and neural landscape. Cravings are no longer simply a lack of willpower, but complex, often biologically driven signals. The old paradigm suggested your intellect was the sole captain of your ship. This new understanding reveals a profound co-captain in your gut, making your selfhood far more integrated and mysterious than mere cranial computation. This changes how you understand personal agency. Your free will isn't diminished, but rather understood as an emergent property of a dynamic, interconnected system. it also cultivates a deeper empathy for others, recognizing that their seemingly irrational behaviors or strong reactions might stem from profound physiological conversations happening within their own bodies, beyond conscious control. You are a symphony of neural networks, not just a soloist. Never cease to explore the astonishing mechanisms that truly drive human experience. The journey into the mind's hidden layers has only just begun. What else might be influencing your deepest motivations completely outside your awareness?